Welcome to Your PD Under 3. I'm Detective Sergeant Aaron Belda with the City of Palos Verdes Estates Police Department. In this episode of Your PD Under 3, I'm going to share with you some information about your police department's Detective Bureau. My favorite part of being a detective is that you really get to see an investigation through to the end. As a patrol officer, when I was called out to take a crime report, in almost every case, the crime had occurred hours before it was reported and the bad guy was long gone. That really left me with a vacant feeling because I wanted to help the victim. To give you an analogy, you're really only able to get from step A to B as a patrol officer, but as a detective you get to pick up the investigation where patrol left off and see it through C to Z, hopefully in the end identifying a bad guy and bringing the person responsible to justice. In PV Estates, we're a general duty detective bureau, which means that we investigate just about any crime that's reported to us, including property crimes, finance crimes, and a variety of crimes against persons, including sex crimes and violent crimes. Our detectives receive specialized training in interview and interrogation, behavior analysis, and a variety of specialized investigations. Once a case is assigned to a detective, they work to gather facts, statements, and evidence to try to determine who's responsible. As the detective unit supervisor, I screen reports taken by patrol officers in the field to determine which cases require follow-up and which ones don't. For example, a DUI arrest made by a patrol officer typically won't require any kind of follow-up. But a residential burglary with some evidence, that case gets assigned to a detective for follow-up investigation. These investigations almost always take us outside the city of Palos Verdes Estates and in some cases even other counties. Now I mentioned finance crimes. An example of this could be when a bad guy intercepts a check in the mail, changes it, and deposits it somewhere other than where it was written or intended to be deposited. When these cases are assigned, the case file may consist of 5 or 6 pages, but by the time they're finished, it could be 50 to 100 pages, just to give you an idea of how much work goes into some of these cases. In a recent auto theft case where a car was stolen from Palos Verdes Estates overnight, detectives identified some workable leads at the onset of their investigation and were able to track the vehicle through South Los Angeles, ultimately making an arrest and recovering the vehicle that same morning it was reported just hours later. Detectives are also responsible for registering sex offenders in the city of Palos Verdes Estates and making sure each offender is in compliance with their legal registration requirements. Our Detective Bureau is part of an extensive network of criminal investigators and crime analysts in the South Bay and across Southern California who work together to solve crime reported in our jurisdictions. Last, another service that our department offers is the Home Security and Safety Assessment Service. Detectives are available to come to your home and offer tips and suggestions on how to make your residence more secure, hopefully deterring a burglary from occurring in the first place. We hope this information has provided you with a little more insight as to what we do. Please help us prevent crime in the city of Palos Verdes Estates. Remember, if you see something, say something.